Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Brandenburg into Prussia campaign in the Rights of Man. Like he may be having some difficulty winning that fight, but there's some reinforcements nearby from the AI. Looks like Mainz is coming up. Relative strength of the alliance is definitely in our favor now. If we can just keep, Liège has negative, they have 20 war exhaustion right now, 19.92. Supply here is 21, so our army's going to not suffer any attrition even after it gets fully reinforced. And most likely, I'm imagining France is going to want to peace out. Possibly just for... If they still have over 10 war score, they'll probably take war reps or maybe annul a single treaty. But if they allow us to siege this back, then hopefully we can punish France here a bit. How goes the Poland-Lithuanian war, I wonder? Better against England in the Danish-English punitive war. England is winning pretty handily. Denmark, the coalition leader, have not won enough battles. 13.00 war score from battles. Interesting that it's summing that war score from battles at the top now as well. Okay. Well, we have a number of these little derpy guys marching over here. All working together on this. Saxony's just embraced the Renaissance. Alright, that's a great opportunity, I think, to stack wipe the Condottieri here. Please let me do it, since I've got better troops than you do. But, alright, 5.44 war score, wow. We still have negative 21 overall. It said 5.44, but notice how we didn't actually gain 5.44? So, killing Condottieri is not actually providing us with any actual war score. Interesting. This is what I like to see. The vassal swarm spreading out, sieging things down. We could certainly do more. Alright, stalemate. This looks like white peace. Defender casualties, 134,000, only 20,000 for the Polish. So Poland's separate peace, basically. We're down to negative 27 war score now. Relative strength of the alliance is severely weakened. Yeah, thanks a lot, Poland. A lot of good you did. There goes the real ally in this war, which was Lithuania, of course. Let's see. I don't think we want to split our army up. I think we just need to sit here and hope. Hope that when the French come, defeat! Liège will cede Liège to France. So apparently he just decided after all that, that he's going to go ahead and just say yes. And of course France is not going to say yes to our demand for unlawful territory, because why would he? So we just gained a CB. That was a long, drawn-out, and painful war. We can rival Saxony. That is an elector. We don't want to do that. We could rival Poland, but Poland still has their union over Lithuania. But maybe not for long. If their prestige goes negative, this whole thing got changed again. It used to be that if it ever went negative, they would just automatically break free. But now I think that negative prestige just drastically increases liberty desire. Right now they have 0.0 liberty desire. Alright, well, part of the goal here was that we were going to stay friends with Austria so that we could use them. Do we still have favors? Nope, of course we lost all of our favors because we were at war. Awesome. So, there goes the idea of having Austria help us return territory to the Empire in the south. We could still do it on our own. How much war exhaustion did we pick up in that war? 3.15. It's a good thing I looked... Nope, never mind. Dominance of the clergy is no longer there. Also, I was going to have my notes open and I forgot to, and we could totally borrow some monarch points from the estates again. April of 85. It's been actually an extra year. I think we're probably going to do it because I did do such a heavy push for development in the early game for trying to go for the Renaissance. The ducats could be useful. Doing everything that we can here to try to get as many monarch points as possible, though, is going to be, I think, a better play. So, oh, look at that. They're just like 39.8% influence. Just a tiny hair below the amount that they need for me to be able to recruit a minister, for example. Alright, let's see. Clearly, we'll want to send an emissary to the Pope, I think. They already have 64.3%. Actually, probably... Well, I want to do the emissary for sure, but... What else do we have dropping off? In 94 and in 1505. It's kind of looking to me like we probably want to revoke a province from the clergy. Loyalty down, their percentage of land down to 7.2, down to 9.0, and I believe it says that they expect to have 15%, but earlier they had less than 15% and they weren't actually complaining. I'd kind of like to test it. %37% autonomy in both provinces. I'm not sure revoking this. And are they going to actually say that they need more land? Yes, they are. Where before they did not. Interesting. Well, part of the goal here is that I can get them loyal temporarily by doing like the seek support amongst the clergy. They'll tick down until we give them more land, but we're going to go to war soon and we can give them that. So we lost a little bit of influence from that, but now they're at 50.8%. So if I do seek support, that's 10 influence, that's 20 influence, takes them to 70. And I was really hoping to get... Should have revoked it after taking the admin points. I want the papal influence no matter what. That is for sure. The Inquisitor is completely unnecessary right now. I definitely want the admin points so that we can finish this idea group and get caught up on admin tech. Okay. Tell you what, we're gonna give this province back. It's gonna take them to 74.3. Make them temporarily loyal. Then, we're going to seek support amongst clergy, which will take them back above 80% influence, but then we're going to revoke the other one from them. So now we can demand administrative support. This is going to make them pissed, right? We're going to actually suffer some national tax modifier, but the monarch points are just too important to me, I think. And I know people think, oh, you shouldn't screw around with the states. Well, too bad. I mean, 450 monarch points every 20 years is, it's a lot. 450 over 12 months. 12 times 20. Every 240, so 450 monarch points every 240. That's an extra, like, 1.9 monarch points a month. Which, if you talk about the average leader having, like, 9 in all stats, just like we do. 9 here, and this guy's got 6, 9. They both have 9, right? So, going from 9 to 11 is a lot. That's a ton. It really does add up a lot. And I'd prefer to earn those points, please. And the real question is, how are we going to handle this other one here? The clergy are already disloyal, so if I revoke some of this other province from them, they're going to be even more pissed. We could allow this to tick up for just a couple months, like 11. But the main thing that I want to do here is just try to get this other one done so we can sync it up. And one thing we could do is we could do one little pip of development would probably put the burghers above 40%, allowing us to click the other button. So, what do the burghers own right now? They just have the one province here. They've got, looks like Stettin. It is an estuary. One little bit of Diplo development might not be a bad idea. 53 cost. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do that. I think that that'll be just fine. And hopefully that does update instantly. If it doesn't, we may have to wait just a couple days here. There we go. Alright, now the goal is to get them above 75%. So this takes them to 56. This takes them to 76. Sounds good to me. Master of Mint and actually it's going to take them to 81. That's okay though, because they don't actually have the disaster hasn't been taken up very much. Really pushing the limit on these disasters, aren't I? That development cost modifier is actually something to consider. You know, like if you could get the 10% development cost modifier right before the Renaissance fires, could make a big difference. I say we piss them all off. Let's take the 92 ducats. Let's take them all the way down to disloyal. Everyone's pissed, that's fine. We're not doing any more development. We just gained all of our monarch points. And next, then, the last thing I want to do here is just mark that off in my calendar here. We can demand points again in... you will be using it on February 1506. Alright. Still over the relationship limit. That's probably not going to change for a little while. And now we can actually take a look at some of this tech. We're not going to take military tech 6 years ahead of time. That would be kind of crazy. We have finished the admin tech. Okay, advisor costs are down. That's going to help us get back into solvency, I think. Go ahead and take the admin tech 6 now. No spying or anything that we can get. A little tiny bit of corruption, not a huge problem. And the goal here now is to power through and get administrative 7 so that we can then take a military idea group as fast as possible. We want to pass this thing. National tax modifier +2? Hell yes. We'll take it. Thank you. Also going to immediately, I think, for the moment, go down to no maintenance while we get our bearings straight here on our finances. Repay as many loans as we can at the top of the list. Just try to balance this whole thing out. We need a third rival. Austria, Castile, Hungary, Poland, Saxony. We should be looking just fine on the re-election. We're only gaining 0.04 imperial authority per month right now. 16 provinces of the empire under the control of non-member states or subjects. I would love to play a proper HRE game. So Castile and France, who are both in the war, are the main culprits of this. It's going to take a lot to be able to beat them in a straight-up war, especially if they stay allied to each other. Which is kind of rotten. So if I were to try to attack Venice, let's just take a peek at what that would look like. They are allied to Genoa, the Knights, and then they've got their trade league. So the Knights, Lucca, Provence, Ragusa. No one wants to join our war right now. They don't owe us favors. Which is interesting. How have we not accrued... Oh, we're already at the monarch point cap. Wow, that is quick. How have we not accrued any favors with these guys? Had I called them into another war? I think maybe I did. Not sure. We have 26 favors with Cologne. He's probably saying no for another reason. We have 15 favors with Mainz. Lubeck, we've only got 4. These guys are saying no due to their debt. Just 28. Oh, you're going to complain about 28 ducats? Great. Well, we have lots of military monarch points here. I'm not going to bump up legitimacy. Not going to take the tech that far ahead of time. I would really prefer to be able to do the development without this plus 10% development cost. That's going to take quite a few months until they come back up. So for now, I think we just have to take one click. So Kohlberg's the cheapest right now. We're looking for manpower efficiency. We have no barracks. Really, any of these would be fine. I think we go for like the ones again that are below 10. So we'll take 1 pip there for now. And just wait beyond that. We don't want to take any more until we absolutely have to. Hopefully I don't miss out on that. And wow, 2 out of 4 leaders? Seriously? That's awesome. People want Condottieri. England and Friesland. 2.4x. They cannot afford to pay 10.7 ducats per month. I would love to make some money right now. Let's see. Friesland. A find feature on this page would be so handy. They can only take 4 ducats a month worth of troops. But it's a pretty good leader. Let's try, like, say, 8 of these guys with Karl. He's such a good leader, that's probably why they're willing to pay so much. Who the hell is Friesland? Friesland, I'm not happy with you, though. You did some stuff you weren't supposed to do, man. Don't you remember? That's 5.92. Gotta go even smaller. Or we could theoretically rent out a larger portion of the army. Oh, that's East Frisia. Whoopsie. That's 3.82 ducats per month. They're willing to pay 3.2x the maintenance cost for these troops. That's only a very, very small stack. We should inspect the war that he's in. He's part of the war against England, which is likely to end soon. I haven't seen any English troops marching around, and I'm desperate for money. So I think we will just offer these guys out and hope that nothing bad happens. We're going to get, how much money? 70 ducats up front. And I haven't actually tested this yet. Let's just take a quick peek here at this. 2.31 inflation. Let's see if we gain any inflation from Condottieri. They've agreed. 2.31. I think that's the exact same number we were just at. So just 5 meager infantry here. And we can start repaying some more of our loans. We still owe 300 ducats. We're losing a little bit of money right now. I think we have to turn our forts off. May have to consider firing an advisor, or at least not hiring a new one if he dies. We gotta pay very, very close attention to this disaster here, which is still taking up at 1 per month. So within 9 months, we have to do something. And there is the Savoyard. It's a 7 stack. A 0002 leader. Very impressive. While we're trying to recover morale here, let's go ahead and hide over here. Looks like there is a Muscovite 23 stack. That's pretty dangerous. Yeah, I really needed this money though. A lot. Hey, England, could you go ahead and piece them out yet? Lithuania will cede Bryansk to Muscovy. Poland will annul all treaties with Denmark. Poland will pay 165 ducats to England and its allies. This will result in some inflation. Cost him some diplo points. Looks like this war is possibly petering out. It's a negative 63 war score. If Poland's leaving, I have to imagine that Denmark's not really want to be in this war for much longer. These guys are just suffering attrition. Trying to take down Midtjylland. Alright, every single month I'm going to just do a quick check on to make sure that this thing doesn't change on me at all. Because again, we're going to revoke that other province over here. We're just hoping to do it later, as late as possible. I may end up needing these troops to fight the rebellion. Tensions between nobles and clergy. In feudal kingdoms, 2 castes within society held great power, the nobility and the clergy. Now it turns out a baron and a local monastery of his fief are bickering about who owns a rather large piece of land. These days, the royal court is swamped with people yammering about divine right, the nobles claiming their divine right to rule the land, and the clergy asserting their position as the representatives of God on earth. The whole situation is growing rather unstable. The baron in question is inciting the other nobles against the clergy and questioning their right to hold any sort of temporal property. The prior of the monastery has brought in the archbishop on his side, who in turn threatens to go straight to Rome should you decide to side with nobles. Now, what shall you do? What shall we do, my liege? The papal state goes down by 100, and we lose even more loyalty from the clergy. Or, surely we do not wish to anger his holiness. We lose loyalty. Wow, so either way we're losing a bunch of loyalty, which is really unfortunate. I would probably prefer to piss off the nobility, because we don't really need the manpower recovery rate. Yes, we're low on manpower, but it's still going to be pretty darn high anyway. Also, we have revanchism right now, which is something I hate to see. You're not supposed to have that. That's a bad thing. If you ever have revanchism, that means that you are losing wars. The negative unrest, more tax modifier, less interest per annum, manpower recovery speed, more army tradition, more fort defense. Basically, it happens when you lose a war. Okay, so the rebellion will be in Uckermark. Kind of need to keep this pop-up open for a little bit because I don't actually have my general since we rented him out. Go ahead and fabricate a claim on Danzig. Keep on working on that guy as well. Wouldn't mind improving relations with French enemies. Does the Emperor become allies with Mr. Ottoman? He says no, we're very weak. Could try to become friends with England, though. Hopefully he doesn't actually have any interest in expanding. We already have too many diplomatic relations as the major malice. Then we'll go for some improved relations with him. He is a great power. Come on, Denmark. Just give up your coalition here, sir. It'd be nice to see what his actual enthusiasm is. Turn that one fort on. We're losing 0.01 ducats a month right now. No, Poland, we're not going to commit to any kind of a long-term relationship with you, not anymore. A few months to go until we have to make a decision on this dominance of the clergy thing, one way or the other. Means I may need to raise maintenance and just take out another loan again. I'm thinking that we're going to have to deal with this sooner or later. Sooner rather than later. Have my troops back, please. I need them now. Alright. Truce with Oldenburg, and there goes the truce with Pomerania. Truce with East Frisia. We have at least some garrison in Berlin now. So, well, we would have had it anyway because of the capital, but... Yeah, I think we have to go ahead and take the bottom option here. It's a lot of rebels. We're going to have to deal with them. Let's offer military access to Poland. Somehow Poland actually does have... he already has it. He somehow does actually have 20-some thousand troops. Granted, he only lost 2,000 in the previous war because he's a clever dude. We'll offer military access to all of our allies to see if any of them want to help out with the fight. The fort in Berlin will buy us quite a bit of time. Plus we can relieve them, which actually makes rebels a lot easier. This shouldn't harm us because the zone of control is active. That's good. We've gained the Imperial ban on Denmark, which means that the war has ended. And I didn't get a pop-up about it. Probably because I messed things up with my pop-up settings a while back. Alright, so Friesland, could you please give me my troops back? Like I could use them right now. Thankfully, our troops are safe again. Our point cap is just 1,004, so we only have room for 8 more. We can go one more month and we'll be right up at the cap. There we go. Got our troops back. Got full morale. Let's go one more month before we go try to deal with this. Savoy has announced Switzerland as their rival. So, the zone of control protected that province. We don't need this fort to be on anymore, because it's still going to provide us with a bonus. We tested that theory before, so I'm going to turn it off now. It's also not going to fall right away. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go back to improving with England. Actually, one little quick check here to see. If we were to attack Pomerania, we could call in Cologne, we could call in Lübeck on a promise of territory. We'd have to fight Oldenburg and East Frisia. We could use Imperial ban on these guys now. 75% cost. No Rugers. I mean, it's clearly superior to the CB. Only for conquest of Rostock and Greifswald, though. You could do liberation of countries and then release Danzig. I'd rather just take the land for myself. I think Danzig's going to be too important. Alright, I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to think about it for a little bit. I will be back in the next episode. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you soon.